Taking a look at some of our Alaska headlines for Tuesday, August 8th, 2017. We see here in Fairbanks, a couple of councilmen have introduced a measure that targets the city's financial responsibility. Part of the issue is that there was an ordinance that was introduced a number of years ago. It's actually part of the way they do business. At any time they introduce any kind of contract, they have to say how they're going to pay for the contract right there in the measure. And what's been happening more and more is that the people introducing the measure just said general fund. Well, they're saying, look, this can't go on like this because you're not only depleting the general fund, you are making it almost impossible to fund some of these contracts that you keep on approving. So this new measure was introduced by Clearworth and Pruse will require any future council members who would introduce a measure to actually show where the money is coming from and how these ordinances and contracts would affect the general fund in the future. If the council approves it, it will go on to our public comment and a vote on August 21st. Troopers say that a Fairbanks man allegedly offered a teenager some marijuana, and after the kid refused, then challenged the teen to a fight. Police were called to that fight outside a local gas station, and the 33-year-old man was taken into custody. Bravo, by the way, for the 14-year-old for just saying no. The Dalton Highway, if you haven't heard about this, has gotten its first cell tower up there by Coldfoot. Yeah, that's interesting because you've got basically no cell coverage as soon as you leave Fox on the other side of Fairbanks. 5 miles outside of town, there's nothing. For 260 miles, now there's a little pocket around Coldfoot where you'll have cell coverage if you are a GCI customer. Now, whether this is a portent of something to come, there's going to be more coverage in the future. It's hard to say at this point. Generally, it's still a good rule of thumb. If you go out on the Dalton Highway or really anywhere in Alaska, take a sat phone with you if you want to be able to reach someone. Otherwise, you can do it the old-fashioned way and just plan your own way out of the wilderness. All right, we've got additional parking, additional lighting, and additional landscaping, including a new dog park being put in at the Valley of the Moon Park in Anchorage, part of a $400,000 upgrade that was approved by voters. Meanwhile, the University of Alaska Fairbanks is going to be seeing multiple budget cuts. In fact, 6 years in a row, slashing 56% of the budget of KUAC. That's the television and radio station there on campus. The city of Bethel is having problems with overweight water trucks. As you know, Bethel, like most of rural Alaska, and even areas in around Fairbanks, North Pole, and outskirts, depend on water delivery. The trucks have to take and put water into people's tanks. Well, part of the problem is that these are city of Bethel trucks that the state now is claiming is destroying the state-run streets. And so they're going to hold the drivers accountable. They're going to start issuing tickets if they drive an overweight truck. So they're now running the trucks at half to three-quarters of the full capacity, which means now that they're driving the trucks even more on those roads. More stories we don't have time for. If you'd like to get a 30 to 40-minute audio version, become a subscriber at radiofreespeech.com.